Hey guys, it's James here, and welcome to Snapshot 12W32A, I believe is what it's called. That won't help me. But yeah, this is the first of the 1.4 snapshots, and already, just by judging the way they've put some of these new features in, which I'll get to in just a second, they're working a lot more with these villagers, that's what they're called, testificates. That they're doing more to the mobs, adding more for map makers, etc. So let's just get into it straight away with these villagers. Now, obviously, you remember the trading system of 1.3. So an emerald for 8 good chicken. I can do that. It's in materials. Okay, so we'll give him an emerald for 8 good chicken. And as you can see, these green little sparkles to show that he's happy with you. And obviously, he gets the bubbly effect and opens up another trade. But let us say, I do not like. No, you've got a good trade. Let's find someone with a real rip-off of a trade. I suppose that is a bit of a rip-off. An emerald and some gravel just to get some flint, where you can manually do it yourself. So I don't like this guy, so I'm gonna punch him. As you can see, you get these they get a bit angry, and as of right now, I don't think this has any consequence. Really, perhaps he removed a trade or something. I'm not quite sure. That probably will be added in the next few weeks. So I don't know why I got that sword out. But anywho, can I fly? Yes, I can. There's some cool stuff over there. We'll get to that in a minute, and more stuff over here, etc. But let's go to the command block first. This is a new block added in the snapshot, which, when right-clicked, you can enter a server console command, and on a redstone signal it will do this command. So at the moment I've told it to do /give, and you use the @ symbol and either P, R or A to determine what happens. So at P is nearest player, at R is random, and at A is all. This is more for map makers, because there will be no crafting recipe for this planned. So I've done /give at A137, and that is the ID for this. So as you can see, it says command set, apply redstone signal, and it will do the server command for you. And as you can see here, we've got the command block. So we're going to put that away. Obviously, you can do different commands. You could probably do teleportation commands, game mode, difficulty. I'm sure you could do with that. But obviously, this is more for map makers, and I'm not really a map maker sort of person. I just like vanilla Minecraft. So moving on, we have another new block in the game, which you can see right here on top of these pedestals, and a massive gigantic laser beam. And using my new command block thing, I can do this, and as you can see, this is called the work in progress block. It's actually called, according to the wiki, it's called a beacon block, but in game it's called the work in progress. And what you need to do is you need to place it on a material storage block, which basically means blocks of iron, gold, diamond, or emeralds. It doesn't actually matter what type you use. You can mix and match. I've tried that. It still works fine. But really, it's kind of dependent on how many resources you have. Obviously, if you haven't got very many diamonds and emeralds, you'd probably build one out of iron. But the first tier of this block is you have a 3x3 square of one of these type of storage blocks. So here we go, we've got 9 here, so that is 81 iron, 81 gold, 81 diamonds, 81 emeralds, whatever you use. And when you right click, you see this interface, and as you can see on the left of the speed, the haste, resistance, etc., you see the little pyramid, and the gold block represents this beacon block right here, and the green blocks represent the material storage blocks, all the way up to secondary powers. Now, because I've only got a 3x3 area, which is the smallest you can go, I can choose between a speed or a haste boost. Now, haste is actually an enchantment that was in the game back before in the 1.9 pre-releases, but it never got a use. So was jump boost, but now it looks like they are getting a use. So let's say we want to use speed, and I'm actually going to need my resources from here. There we go. So, okay, we want the speed boost, and what you need to do is you need to place any one of those 4 in, because we're on the iron platform, we'll use iron, click done, and there we go. So we should see there we go, I get my speed boost. And every 4 seconds it will renew this, and I think it's got a range of 16 blocks, I believe. I'm not quite certain, but that is what it is. So yeah, so we've got our speed boost. So now we can run around without having to double tap W unless we want to go really fast. So the next tier is a 5x5 block grid. Yeah, a 5x5 square of material storage block, and then a 3x3, as shown in the diagram to the left. And now we get to choose either speed, haste, resistance, or jump boost. And because I haven't actually seen jump boost used before, we're going to select jump boost, and we're going to put a piece of gold in, and done. So in a minute, there we go, we get our jump boost. So now I think if I find myself a fence, I think we can now jump fences. I imagine so. Yep, we can jump fences now, which is awesome. If you remember before, you couldn't actually jump fences, but now you can with this enchantment, so that's nice to know. So that's what that does. And resistance is obviously, you get that in your second tier golden apple, so you should know what that is. But moving on, so yeah, moving on, we have now a 7x7, then a 5x5, then a 3x3 of a material storage block, in this case diamond. And you go here, which means now we can access the strength boost. So we'll just activate strength, and done. And soon we will get our, there we go, we got our strength boost, which means we get more attack power, which means we're going to be badass. So that's strength. And then finally, the last tier is a 9x9, then a 7x7, then a 5x5, then a 3x3 of material storage block. Now this, I've just noticed, the enchantment from the iron square is worn off over here, so I'm not sure how far that is. It's probably about 16 blocks. And now we get the choice, so we could choose whichever one of these enchantments we want. Let's say we wanted, I don't know, jump boost. As you can see, we get jump boost 2 here, which means we can get haste 2, speed 2, resistance 2, and strength 2. So we can choose that and go to strength 2, or we can just choose regen and strength. So you can combine these and those. So let's say we want to be strong. We want to have strength, but we want to be regenning health. So let's go there, and after the 4-second mark, we obviously already have our strength, so perhaps that was a bad example, but oh well. So we would have our strength boost, and we'd have our regen boost, which is pretty cool. So ideally you could just set one of these in your base, so that when you get near your base, perhaps you're having a bit of spot trouble with some zombies chasing you with some new features I'll show you in a second, and you want to, when you get close to your house, you want to be regenning health as well as have a bit of an attack boost, then you could just set this up. And also they're pretty good for if you get lost out in the wilderness. You could probably see this beacon of light from quite a ways away, I'm pretty certain. So obviously the further we get away from it, you'll see that obviously I'm still in range of all of my enchantment boosts, but if we move away, my jump boost, I'm out of range now, but I'm still at my strength and regen. So we just go back even further. I think that's probably out the edge now. Yep, it counts down, and then eventually we won't have our boosts. It's a bit of a shame, but we're probably going to get our boost back as we head back over to here to show you the next feature of the snapshot. Actually no, we're going to go here first. Zombies, when on hard difficulty, which I'm just about to set myself to, there we go. Yeah, the sun's setting. If a villager, ooh, you got a nice little apron, you're a butcher, aren't you? And you want coal. Unfortunately, you're going to get mauled by a zombie. And as you can see, we now have a zombie certificate, which is rather cool. On hard difficulty, this is 100% chance conversion, but on normal it's only 50%, so you die, zombie. And now we have our zombie testificate. You can't do anything with him. He's exactly the same as a normal zombie, except he looks like a testificate in a sense, where nose. There we go. That's a nice little shot of him. So that's what you can do. So yeah, it's kind of help. So when you go to a village after, say you've left for the night, as you can see off in the distance, a zombie did just attack another test certificate. That might turn into another zombie test certificate. But there is actually a way to heal them, I believe. I think you take a splash potion of... what was it? It was a splash potion of harming, I believe. Can I find that? No, I can't. I'm inept. Splash potion of harming. Where are the potions of harming then? I don't see them. I've probably just gone right past it like 7 times now. Perhaps it's not the splash potion of harming. I'll be right back and check. Yep, it's just me being an idiot. It's a splash potion of weakness that we need to use. And also, in the food section, I need to get used to this, just your standard tier 1 golden apple. So what we do is we throw the potion, and then throw a golden apple. You're meant to... Oh, do I right click? That might be why. And as you can see, he is... You can see there, he's just juttering a bit. Now, after a few minutes, he should turn it back into a normal test certificate, but I'm not quite sure how long that's going to take. So I'm actually just going to leave him to it. So we'll see if he converts in a minute. But what we need to do now is come over to here. Yeah, you take your time converting. And now there is mechanics in the game where these 3 mobs, zombies, skeletons, and zombie pigmen, now have a rare chance to spawn with weapons and armor. So hopefully we can perhaps find some. Aha, there you go. We've got a zombie with a shovel, which is something I need to show you in a minute as well. And another one. I might have to turn the noise down a little bit more. I don't know how well that's coming out in the video. Let's turn it down a bit more. And we're just going to keep spawning until we find what we're looking for. Which I don't think we actually are going to. Like I said, it is a bit of a rare chance, but it is a chance nonetheless. And this is lagging my game too. Wow, it is really starting to lag my game, isn't it? Too many zombies. I must kill. You know what, I'm going to clear this pen and try again and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've cleared that lot out. Let's see if we get a bit luckier here. Without the game pushing. There we go, that's what I was looking to see. As you can see, this zombie is in gold armor. So normally a zombie will take about 3 hits with diamond sword. I think this one will take a bit more. Yep, he took 5 this time. And at the moment, I don't believe that these zombies will drop their armor or tool. Either that or it's just a rare chance that they will. I'm not quite sure, but as of now, I haven't been able to. So we'll wipe these guys out. Just so we don't lag when we try the skeletons again. So yeah, they all spawn with like gold armor. And I believe that some skeletons have a chance to spawn with like an enchanted bow. And again, I'm not being rather lucky here. But obviously, and it also works for zombie pigmen, like so. Obviously, they've already got their swords, but some are actually enchanted, I believe. I'm not seeing it. This is a really bad demonstration, I'm sorry, but still. So yeah, you'll just have to take my word for it. You saw the zombie, and the same thing should be for like all the other mobs. So sorry that doesn't actually kind of work. Oh, that's later. Whoops. Right, so we've shown you the command blocks. Oh, there we go. Is that a yep, there you go. There's a skeleton in gold armor. See, they can spawn rarely in the wild as well. Nice. You helped me out a lot there, skeleton. Right, now, moving on, what have we shown you? We've shown you the trading, their likes and dislikes, we showed the command block, the beacon block and how it works, new armor mechanics, conversion, obviously he got wiped out, but because I set the game mode to peaceful, but he will hopefully have turned back into a villager. So let's just quickly go over here. This is a very slight thing, which we probably won't really notice. I don't need those actually. But when you grow like a really large oak tree, the blocks actually spawn sideways, so they do look a lot more branch-like, which I think is just like a nice little addition. It's nothing like, it's not really a game changer, but aesthetically I think that's rather nice. It just kind of suits the game a bit more, if you see what I mean. Because look, the way the branches looked before, it didn't look too good. Am I still getting that buff? Wow. I'm guessing, I guess it is dependent on the type, because right here I'm getting it, and right here I'm not. Oh well. Someone will correct me on that, I'm sure. So yeah, oak trees have sideways logs, which is kind of, it's not really major, but it's a change, so I thought I'd mention it. And I believe if I just check the wiki here on my iPhone, look at me, preparing myself. So there we go, we've got the zombie villagers, command block. Oh yeah, there are loads of new commands in the game, such as slash difficulty, and you can set the difficulty. And there's a new one called slash game rule. Now, there are certain things here, so there's one called mob griefing. I'm trying to do this with one hand. And then you can set it, by default it's on true, but you can set it to false. And there we go, that's been updated. So now if we go anger a creeper right here, boom, he didn't do any damage to the landscape. How cool is that? You can turn off creeper explosions now, providing you have access to the cheats. So now, if we just turn that back to true, and punch a creeper, boom. I think that's really cool. So, we've got that. You can tell it to, say, you can change it so that mobs don't drop any loots, blocks that don't drop items. You can set a new spawn point based on coordinates, and you can also tell the weather if you want it to rain for like 5 minutes, or just go to just kill the rain for a few minutes whilst you do something like that. And yeah, those beacon blocks over there, which I mentioned earlier, they give off a light level of 15, just as glowstone does. And that the emerald one, sorry, which aka the best pyramid, requires 164 blocks of those material storage, which basically translates to nearly 1,500 iron, gold, diamonds, or emeralds. So that is something rather big, really. And I think that's almost it. Just one more thing to add for this snapshot. We can go ahead and put ourselves back on peaceful to stop these slimes and everything interrupting. This is actually something I'll mention in a second, but you now have night vision potions. Currently, no recipe for them, but obviously that'll come over time. So you've got a 3-minute one, a 8-minute one, and then you've got the 2-minute 15 splash version and the 6-minute splash version. We're just going to use the 2-minute 15 splash version actually, because it's shorter. So as you can see, let's go all the way over here so we don't have that buff anymore. I'm getting sick and tired of it. There we go, so that buff will wear off. And if I just set the time to 14,000 while spelling it right, as you can see it's rather dark, and if we actually turn it down to moody, we can actually see how dark it really is. But as you can see, you can see those beacons for a minute. Now what happens is, when I use this, boom, I now basically have full bright on. In all honesty, that's basically what this does, it gives you full bright. So, that's rather nice, I think. I think this does work as well with cave mining. I'm sorry that the frame rate's a bit low right now, but oh well, it's nothing much I can really do about it. It's just my computer not having a good day. So yeah, a night vision potion is going to really make it easier when navigating caves. Obviously you're going to still need to place torches down, because otherwise mobs will spawn right on top of you, but all in all, I think that's rather nice to have night vision like that. So obviously there are a couple of bugs with all the snapshots, and which will ultimately, there will always be a bug in the game. I don't think there's any points where there won't be a bug eventually. So the fix is the /me command now works for all players, not just ops, and the tell command works as well. But the bugs so far, according to the wiki, is zombies don't burn in sunlight, which is kind of a bit of an issue, and this layering issue with the chest. You see the bottom over the top. Some players do see that, some players don't, and it's kind of dependent, because some chests do it and some chests don't, because see, this one doesn't, but that one does, and that one over there does as well, which is a bit weird. It also does that on ender chests. Enchantment table, you see the block select line, haven't witnessed that. Leggings are apparently the wrong size, so let's just get ourselves some iron leggings. Leggings are the wrong size for the character model. Are they? They don't seem wrong to me. Oh well. Perhaps that's user dependent. Activating adjacent beacon blocks sometimes corrupts the world with internal server error. I think that's just something with internal servers. And apparently if I go to can I go to game mode survival, as you can see, is that actually a bug? It's not happening for me, but apparently if you use the night... Oh, I am not using the night vision potion. Huh. That might be why. So there we go, night vision potion. And when you open the survival inventory, it's still not doing it. But apparently, if you open the survival inventory whilst using a night vision potion at night, it makes everything look bluish. But I think that's just generally the way the inventory screen makes it look. Perhaps that's intentional, I'm not sure. But either way, that is it for Snapshot 12W32A, I believe. I better be saying this right, otherwise that's embarrassing. Yep, 12W32A. I'm recording this on the Friday, but in future episodes I will record them on the Thursday and then upload them on the Friday. But however, this one's being recorded on the Friday. Hopefully uploaded on Friday, but it might be Saturday when this comes out. Either way, I will be doing these weekly. I'll be keeping a good track of the snapshots, and let me go. I can't actually speak today. Why don't you let me know, guys? By okay, now I understand what it means. Look at that. That's kind of weird. And now it's gone. Okay, perhaps night vision's still a bit buggy. But what I want you guys to do is let me know exactly if you're actually liking this new snapshot thing where I go around and look at the snapshots. Because I like looking at the new snapshots. I like to see what the sort of interesting new features come out before the snapshot, just so I don't look like an absolute noob when I actually play it. And people are just like, oh, you should have played the snapshots. So I'm going to be playing all the snapshots from now on. Normally I don't, but oh well, I'm starting now. This is my I would call this my New Year's resolution, but it's nowhere near New Year. Well, 4 months is not that too far. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and leave a like because it really does help me out. It tells me how well I'm actually doing. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.